Good afternoon. This is Cracker's Crazy Living. It is almost 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Today I'm going to be pressure canning raw pumpkin. This past week for Halloween, our church was doing trunk or treat, so we went to decorate our trunk with pumpkins that I could use to can, and I also decorated with squash, acorn squash and butternut squash. So tonight I'm using the pumpkin up because I wanted to can it so I would have canned pumpkin. So if I want pumpkin pie, I can mash it up, make pumpkin pie, or pumpkin cinnamon rolls, maybe pumpkin bread, pumpkin muffins. So my husband helped me last night, and what I did is I had 5 of those smaller pie pumpkins that you can buy, and then I had 4 of them that were a little bit bigger that I had purchased from Detweiler's. And of course I processed them the hardest way that you could. We cut them all, we peeled them all, and then I chopped them all up. It took me hours to do that, a little bit. Then I look at somebody else's channel, and I could have done it a whole lot easier. I could have cut it in half, gutted the seeds out, and I could have actually baked it in the oven and made mash, but I can't. A lot of people say not to can pumpkin once it's pureed because I don't know. They said the USDA hasn't approved it because they don't have enough information on it to approve it. There's a lot of people that do it anyway because their mothers, grandmothers, and all have done it their whole lives and never had a problem. So what I decided to do is raw pack mine into jars and then cover them with boiling water, and then I'm going to process them in my excuse me, I'm going to process them in my pressure canner for 55 minutes at 15 pounds of pressure. So here's this is the second pot of canned pumpkin. That first pan, I got 4 jars out of the first one, and I'm working on the second. Whoop, I gotta move you down or something.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Would it have been mushier if you'd have cooked it first as opposed to having the raw chunk?
Yeah, it would be mushier. It would be more, shoot.
You know
It would be softer because you're cooking it.
It's better that you did it that way.
What, this way?
Yeah.
Yeah, possibly.
Hey, I got just thought it out there.
It's probably better.
Let them know that.
A lot of people, well, they're hearing you now, so, I mean,
Okay.
I gotta fix this. This plastic isn't helping. I need a piece of my gripper stuff. Everything is packed in my kitchen. My kitchen looks a little different here. Trying to find a piece of that rubbery stuff. Come with me. I gotta go back out to my... I gotta go out to my shed thing. Just to give you a backstory on what's going on. If you guys have been following me for a little while, you know that we had Hurricane Ian last year in September. A year ago, September. And I gotta find a piece of my... And my kitchen looks kind of crazy. There's repairs that need to be done to it. I'm trying to crawl in my storage. Now, I just came across a piece of that stuff. There's a piece. This works great. This works great for gripping my phone onto my stand. All right, so if you've been following me for a while, sorry, I'm jostling you all over. I'm trying to crawl over a mattress in this unit. Anyway, we had Hurricane Ian a year ago in September. It did damage to both of my apartments. I have a duplex. The other apartment is completely being rebuilt on the inside. It's being completely remodeled. On my side, I'm missing parts of ceiling because missing parts of ceiling. The popcorn stuff has fallen down, so that's all going to be repaired. I'm going to end up with a whole new kitchen. So everything, almost everything that I've been using is stored in here in my driveway. And my kids' stuff is in there. They have to move their mattress every night till the work gets done. It's very inconvenient. So I got my piece of, all this is a piece of rubberized foam stuff that you put on your, in your cabinets. I use it for lots of different things. I'm going to try to put you back on the stand. Bear with me. There, that seems to work better. I want to tilt you down so you can see what I'm doing. That's too far because then I can't see. Right, I gotta adjust my legs again. I'm gonna try to make you a little bit taller. There, and then you can see what I'm doing. I can see as long as the stand doesn't fall over. So let me wash my hands again. So as I was saying, there's a lot of different ways to process the pumpkin from what I have seen on other pages on YouTube and other people's channels. One is you can cut it in chunks like this and then you can blanch it for 2 minutes. Then you can put it in the jars. And you can put it in the jars and then you can put the boiling water on top of it. You can mash it up, you can cook it and mash it up and then put it in Ziploc bags and freeze it like that if you want the puree. I wanted to just raw pack it, so I just saw this lady do a raw pack and she just put it in the jars as tight as she could. Just cram it down in there. She had it as full as she could get it. And then she put boiling water over the top and then she put the lid on and stuff and put it in her canner and processed it at 15 pounds pressure for 55 minutes. So that is what I'm going to do. I just didn't want to waste the pumpkin that I had bought for the decorations. Plus I bought 4 extra because I wanted to make, you know, some stuff. Now I could take this pumpkin, some of it, cook it, puree it, and make a homemade pumpkin pie and put it in my freezer, but I'm not going to do that. Not very many people in my family like pumpkin pie. They like pumpkin things, but not necessarily pumpkin pie. So I kind of quit making pumpkin pie. I used to make it all the time. I like pumpkin pie. I think it's delish. I should start making it again because maybe Calvin would like it. You know, he's never had pumpkin pie. So maybe, you know, he would like it if I tried to make more, if I made it again. And it's just good to have. This lady, other lady I was watching yesterday, she was saying that she just takes the pumpkin and mashes it up, cooks it, and puts it in her food processor. And she just puts a little bit of cinnamon and sugar on it and eats it like applesauce. Just eats it. There was a piece that didn't get peeled. Just take this peel off with my peeler. If you're doing it by peeling it, it's very time consuming and it's not easy to do. Not easy at all to do. Alright, I'm going to have to go out and get some more jars. So I'm going to pause you and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I went out, got some more jars, got them washed up, put some water on to boil. Finish packing my jars. I don't need smush them down in there as far as I can. Alright, I'm going to finish packing my jars and I'll come back when it's time to add the water. Okay, I got my boiling water here. I'm going to have 12 jars, an even 12 jars of canned pumpkin. Just adding the water to the first rim of the jar, which is the bottom rim to the jar. Everybody debubbles it, so I'm just gonna do this. Well, they say to debubble it with a butter knife. I can do that. Or a chopstick, maybe a chopstick. No, I don't have one. They're all in the shed. Sometimes I just kind of shake them and tap them a little bit. And that when that water, I'm going to sit down and do this. When the water level goes down, and I got to add a little bit more hot water to it. Okay. Everybody I've been watching on YouTube has been wiping their rims. I used to wipe the rims of my jars with just a wet paper towel. And a lot of people I'm watching are using a paper towel dipped in vinegar, actually in white vinegar, but I don't have white vinegar, so I'm just using a little bit of apple cider vinegar. I hope that's going to be okay. And I can set this one aside, and that one's ready to put the lid on and stick it in the canner. I'm going to do 7 because my canner holds 7 quarts. This lady, I saw, hers was tall. It held 14 quarts, 7 on the bottom, and then she had this metal plate that went on top of the jars, and 7 more on the top. It was amazing. I was like, wow, I'm afraid. But she actually stuck hers right directly on the stove and then loaded it because that's going to be heavy. once you fill a 14 jar canner. That's a lot. That's heavy. So I'm just gonna wipe the rim. I think they were using vinegar on the rims to kind of sanitize the rims a little bit. I've never had a problem with the way I was doing it, but okay, I'll do it this way since everybody else seems to be. It must be for sanitizing or getting any sticky stuff off at all, because if you have anything sticky or anything stuck to your rim, it will not seal. Shaking the jars around and tapping it seems to work just fine to get the bubbles out. It didn't even jostle it that much. There wasn't that very much air in that one at all. Clean this rim. Two, three. Two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to do all regular tops first, and then I'll do my wide mouth second, last. It's going to have to be 2 sets of go-rounds. So 2 go-rounds. Some more water to get my next batch done. So seeing as how my kitchen is going to be redone, I have taken everything, my table, my hutch, my bookcase, everything that I use for storage is out of the house. I have 2 folding tables here that I work on just so we can have a place to, you know, be able to do daily, day-to-day stuff. Coffee, toaster, you know, just things I use pretty much every day until he's ready to come over and this apartment done. Then I'll have to clear everything out. Yep, I'm going to need more boiling water. There was still, even though I tried to get all the stringy stuff out of my pumpkin, there was still some stringy stuff, but I think that once I mash it up, I don't think anybody's going to notice it in anything. Okay, so I need some rings and lids. Tight. These in the canner. Holds 5. My canner only holds 5 quarts, not 7. 7 pints it holds. Okay, I'm going to have to pause you. I'm going to have to go out to my shed where I keep more rings and get some more lids and rings. Be right back. Okay, I got my jars. My 5 jars in my canner. I'm going to put the lid on. It's already on high, and I'm going to wait for this air vent right here to steam that 10 minutes. Then I'm going to put my weights on, 15 pounds pressure, and then I'm going to can that 55 minutes, and then they will be done. So instead of trying to bring you back for the final product, I will take a picture of my pumpkin once it's cooked, canned, sealed, and I will post it in the community section, community tab on my YouTube page. That way you can see the final product. So see, as you can see, my kitchen is emptied out pretty much. My ceilings are going to get redone. I'm going to get an entire new kitchen. So all that furniture I had is gone. I got clutter there because I got stuff packed up, but I use it. So once the other side gets complete, then they will take their stuff out of the storage, and then I can get the rest of my stuff in the storage. Because we only had one storage box. So anyway, that's it for pumpkin. Look for the final picture on the community tab on my YouTube page. Thank you for joining me for Cracker's Crazy Living. If you like what you see and you have not yet subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up. Like my page and share me with your friends. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section. I'll do my best to answer your questions. As far as the pumpkin is concerned, this is the first time I'm doing canned pumpkin. I've learned to do canned pumpkin from other people on YouTube. So, anyway, have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you the next time on Cracker's Crazy Living. Thanks for joining me. Have a great night. Bye.